Welcome to Mom's House. My name's Jason G. Eastwood. The G might stand for guitar, and this is called Magic Hour Blues.
Okay, so that song you just played, that instrumental piece, is maybe not something that people would expect from seeing this album cover.
Very true.
Where you are eating a large amount of hot dogs.
Exactly.
So, I want to get into the picture after, but obviously you have a lot more to your sound than what you just did. I mean, what you do is a very, very nice instrumental jazz thing, but how do you define what you do? I mean, again, because this kind of is not what you expect from that, right? So.
Exactly. Well, I've been playing music for a long time, so I really got into, I'm really into guitar and instrumental
clearly,
guitar. But I've always been, what that album is, I've always been into writing pop songs and rock songs, and I've played in a few different rock bands, original bands. And, I started doing music. I had a little 4-track tape recorder, and I'd start writing just nice, easy rock songs, trying to rip off, Black Sabbath or something or whatever, or at the time. And then I got really into guitar. So I kind of have two things. I do a lot of instrumental guitar music, but I also try to be a songwriter, like a rock pop songwriter.
And are those kind of separate entities? I mean, you have the instrumental guitar guy and then the pop songs, or do you try to meld them as much as you can?
Well, because it's all original music, I feel it's all kind of just me expressing in different forms, and it's for me, it's kind of there's been a thing of how do you define yourself? Do you really need to kind of fit in a niche? It seems to market music.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a hard question for anyone, right? But
totally.
You seem to have two very separate.
Yeah.
styles.
This I would see separately because I really went out to do a lot of vocals on this album and make them, and drum beats. So I made where that first piece I played was off an album I did called Solo Guitars, where it's all just me playing instrumental guitar music, right? So, they're separate entities, but I like to think that it all can kind of sound like me a little bit,
right?
But definitely a lot different than this for sure.
So what's what's with the hot dogs? It's hilarious, but
That is a picture of a friend of mine named Heather Caverhill. I was living in Halifax maybe 6-7 years ago, and she was going to NASCAD, which is the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design.
Okay.
She needed to do some kind of project where she needed a photo of primary colors.
okay, so
She came up with the concept of the hot dogs. I didn't eat any of those because you can see actually if you look closely at the picture, there's plastic on a couple of them still.
Okay,
but
okay.
hopefully they're veggie dogs. Like I don't even, the whole I had. It's such a cool picture. I had to use it for an album cover,
Yeah.
but I have a little bit of a qualms about the. Promotion of hot dogs. I don't
Right.
think that's really promoting it. Like that.
No,
doesn't look
it's
like
not.
something you wanna- you don't really want to emulate that guy, but but anyway, it makes for an interesting picture. And that's why I called the album LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
Links, sausage
Links, yeah.
and it's all the album's kind of about technology and where we've come in the last 30 years in the internet and how we're all more connected than
Okay.
ever. A little bit like that, a little bit of a loose concept. So, but that's where that picture came from. Yeah.
It's memorable, I guess. It's
Yeah,
definitely memorable, yeah.
Exactly.
And I noticed you have the same shirt in this photo that you're wearing at the moment.
There you go.
Is there a significance to the shirt? Because it's a shirt. So when you
Well,
came in, it's very obviously.
The significance is, well, I got this also in Halifax at
Okay.
a thrift store called Dressed in Time. And I walked in, it's $20. So I'm like, well, this is where would I ever wear this shirt? Well,
Apparently everywhere.
Gigs. Yeah, apparently everywhere, exactly. So anytime I do photos, I was thinking, like we're doing some video
Yeah.
here today. The shirt stands out. I thought for that picture on the album, I mean, it's memorable, like you said.
Definitely, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's, I'd like to say I grew up a cowboy, but I didn't. But
You can say that. You got the shirt, right?
that's
Yeah,
right. I got the
part
shirt.
of the way there. Yeah.
I got the shirt. I
Yeah.
look like the most flamboyant deer wrestler or steer wrestler in Morris or
You
something.
can deer wrestler would be a bit harder. Yeah.
Deer wrestler.
So the other notable thing aside from the shirt, obviously, is just looking at you here is the guitar. I mean, you have the butter knife whammy bar there.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a story behind that guitar, right? I mean,
There is. This story, the story behind this is I bought this guitar in high school because I needed something for jazz band. We were doing a lot of big band stuff, and Ken Gold, who was my music director at Garden City High School, said, you need a semi-hollow body guitar to get that kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 chunk like Freddie Green from Count Basie. So I looked at this was in the Free Press. That's how long ago that was. It was in the Free Press classifieds, and I went down to this guy's house somewhere in Wolseley, and he sold to me for $75. So I
Wow.
put big fat flat wound strings on it and played the hell of it in a jazz band. It was really fun, and then played it in many rock bands and destroyed it. So I left it for 20 years. Really, I let it sit in maybe 18 years or something. Let it sit in my parents' basement, and I found it one day. And I thought, it's cool. Like everyone likes these old harmonies now. It's even older than it was before, which it used to be. I think it was made in the early 70s, maybe late 60s. So Wally Landreth, I took it to Wally, and he said, well, hey, let's see what we can do with it. And he put it back together. He did all this, which had a huge hole in it, put the Bigsby on here, and redid the neck, and just now it's kind of a wonderful character guitar. It's got these gold foil pickups on it, which are really neat. And then this is a Bigsby I had off another guitar, and it didn't really reach. So if you want to do that kind of stuff when you're playing. So Russ Craker, he's another local musician. He plays in the Mohair Sweets band. I play with him, and he plays with all kinds of people. He's like, oh man, you got to get a butter knife and put it on there with the duct tape, the silver duct tape. So I did it, and he's like, oh, I can't believe you took my advice. Like, never, I always say that, but nobody actually does it.
Right.
So, but I did, and it's awesome. I mean, why not?
Does it affect does it sound different than it would if it was actually the original one that came with it, or?
Yeah, everything's affected the sound a little bit. Yeah, it's tweaked, so it's definitely got its own kind of, twang now. It doesn't stay in tune as great as it used to, but this is kind of nice because you can reach the strings and reach the Bigsby as well. Yeah.
Have you seen anything like that before? Like, maybe you should patent it?
I think I have some. This it seems familiar. I've seen the knife on the guitar somewhere, but I don't know. I never really thought of it till Russ said it. Actually,
that's a cool idea. It looks like it's a lot easier to get your hands on.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And it's a little heavy, but this guitar at this point, kind of a mutt, and it's got all parts from everywhere except the pickup. So
So do you play it mainly just for nostalgia purposes, or is there a tone to it that you particularly
No, it's
like?
got a really neat tone. It's got these flat wound strings on it. Oh, it's kind of tuned weirdly. But yeah, I play it just to get that kind of more of an old '60s sort of sound.
Yeah, for sure.
And a little twangy, It's got some character for sure.
Cool. I was reading in bio, I saw of you on, I think it was Facebook or somewhere. I don't know if this is true, but it mentioned that you were on a CBC program with Burton Cummings as
That's
a child.
right,
Can you
yeah.
tell that story?
I will. Yeah, I was maybe 8. I was 8, and my aunt worked at CBC, and another aunt of mine ran a daycare. And anyway, so they were doing this Burton Cummings special called Portage in Maine.
Okay.
So it was gonna be like this is like 1979. So this is like a long time ago, and there was a CBC special of the week. They used to do these variety shows. They bring in Bert and they get him to play piano.
Right. And this is, I guess, when he was still fairly famous Burton Cummings.
He was
versus
massive
old.
then. Yeah, exactly. So my aunt said to the other one that works at CBC, well, Jason, like he looks like Burton Cummings, like a little bit, like bring him in, see if he'll audition for the part. So I don't know. My parents brought me there, and they wanted me to mime this song.
So you were playing the young version of Burton.
I was playing, yeah. So exactly, the gig was they were gonna redo Burton, a film like kind of a simulation of his 6th birthday party.
Okay.
And I did the scene with his mom, and I was playing the 6-year-old version of Burton. It all looks real. They made it all black and white until I walk over to the piano and start playing, and then I'm mouthing, "I've had girls and I've had women, but I've never had a lady before." I've been high. It probably scarred me for life, this song. Anyway, then they cut to...
It doesn't seem appropriate for a 6-year-old.
Yeah. So then they cut to Bert, and he's actually doing his version.
Oh, yeah.
But I met him, and that was really my first music lesson, because he had to learn the song off the record, which was really cool. I just listened to it over and over and just transcribed how to sing it. And then he was right in front of me, cueing me on how to sing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It was pretty neat. But right from there, I got the bug for playing music. And
I think that's maybe a better meeting with Burton Cummings than a lot of people have lately, where they just see him at the VLTs at Salisbury House or something.
Rivercrest Hotel.
Yeah,
I saw him all through my life. I've seen him all over the place.
Yeah, he shows up.
First time I did see him again was I was 21 years old, and I was already playing a lot of music. And it was 4 a.m. at the Salisbury House on Matheson in Maine there. And it's me and my buddy, and there he is in the corner, sitting there. I said, well, I got to go ask him if he remembers the show. So I went up to him, "Bert, I don't know if you remember this. I played you as the kid." He goes, "The kid." He goes, "The kid." He goes, "Oh, I won a genie for that."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Great." So he's like, "I'm going to come sit with you guys. Just let me get a pack of smokes." So he got a pack of smokes. He sat there. This is when you could smoke in restaurants, too. So we sat there for 4 hours telling us all about getting beat up in Hawaii on the beach and all kinds of
It's got to be those
Playing with Zeppelin.
It's going to be this Winnipeg adventure ever, having Burton Cummings smoking with you at Salisbury House.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
can't think of
And
anything
then,
more.
yeah. And then I saw him at jams later and throw me.
Yeah, for sure.
It was kind of neat. It's like this running Burton Cummings element to my life.
So this album came out a few days ago from when we recorded it. But where,
That's
is this all self-released, self-produced, all that stuff?
Self-produced. I programmed all the drums on it, played all the instruments, did all the vocals, wrote all the songs.
Cool.
And I have a little condo in the River Heights, and I kind of set up a studio in there.
Cool.
I recorded it all on my own in the studio, my own studio. And then I had it mixed by a guy in Stockholm, Sweden,
Oh, really?
named Thomas Jutz, spelled Juth. I just found on the internet, and he's won a Latin Grammy. He's worked with Tony Maserati, who's actually worked with Bowie, which
Wow.
really got me stoked. If I can get this guy to mix my album, fantastic.
So he's a Swedish guy who won a Latin Grammy?
Yeah,
That's weird.
He does all this Latin. I'm like, I guess I don't know how that came together, but he's
Probably the same way they came together with you, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, he probably he's out there, and he worked in London for all these different studios for years.
Okay.
He's mixed thousands of songs, so this guy's the guy to go to.
Cool.
Pretty good deal he gave me too, so that was nice. And then I got it mastered by a guy in London called Sefi Carmel. He's worked with Phil Collins and
Oh, wow.
all these, Massive Attack, all these people
Cool.
I'm really into. So that was kind of neat. It was good to source out that part of the recording, because at this point, I've heard all the songs too much to really be objective and mix.
Right, yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the problems with everyone being able to do their own music now all at home, produce it at home, record it at home, is that you're so involved in every aspect of it that
100%.
you're not hearing maybe what an outside ears are gonna pick up.
Exactly. It just becomes too, in your own head and in your own set. Yeah, you need some objective, somebody to listen to it at some point, I figure.
Cool. So if someone sees you on the show and wants to see you live, what are they getting? Are they getting the pop songs? Or are they getting the instrumental stuff? Is it a mix?
Well, for this album, I just released it. I'm kind of doing some videos and some online stuff, and I've been producing some videos. I do a lot of collage art with videos and that right now, and lyric videos. And so live, I've done some of those songs with the band I had called Eastwood and Sons last year.
Okay.
And but really, and maybe in the new year I'll be doing more of that. But for now, like a lot of the live shows I've just been playing have been guitar solo stuff at restaurants.
Cool.
And gigs like that.
Cool. Well, what are you going to play next? What's the next song?
Next, I'm going to play a song off the LinkedIn album. It's called Calculator Watch, and it's nothing really like the album version, but I figured I've got to adapt some of these songs to play live acoustically, so I adapted it. But the structure and the lyrics are the same. So, and
based on the title, I'm assuming this kind of goes with the whole technology theme you were talking about.
Exactly.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Memory and technology and nostalgia.
Great. Well, let's hear it.
Management. Okay. Here we go. Got a transistor radio taped to the head, you see. She got roller skate colors flashing astro pop red. Got a steezy Sears parking lot, and my wheels are on fire, but my dreams are fading fast now. I gotta turn it up, way up, get all my tricks out now, before the magic fades, before the magic fades away. I gotta turn it up, way up, try all my tricks out now, before the magic fades, before the magic fades away. What are my odds now? Do the numbers compare? Calculator watch, calculator watch, calculator watch. Am I cheating in class now? Are we all playing fair? Calculator watch, calculator watch. Tough guys don't do math. Tough guys deep fried chicken for a living. Got a spot on a TV show, pretending I'm the geek to be. When I walk through a door, the crowd always laughs for me, for free. Calculator watch, what are my odds now? Do the numbers compare? Calculator watch, calculator watch, calculator watch. Am I cheating in class now? Are we all playing fair? Calculator watch, calculator watch, calculator watch, calculator watch. I'm running 48K now, booting up fast. I got a disc drive full of rainbows from the past. And at the end of those rainbows, there's a holographic leprechaun laughing as I try to go all Bruce Lee on his ass. What are my odds now? Do the numbers compare? Calculator watch, calculator watch, calculator watch. Am I cheating in class now? Do the numbers compare? Calculator watch. Thank you.
Was that one off your new album?
Yeah, it's an acoustic version.
That is a beautiful rendition of that.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm not usually the host of this show, but I do host a podcast and radio show called Witch Police Radio. It's been running for about 5 years. Interviewed 200 plus local artists, and this is really cool to be involved in this because it's kind of a continuation, I guess, of what I do on my own show. You can find those episodes at witchpolice.com or on UMFM on Sunday nights at midnight.